This is absolutely the most hidden shelter I've ever seen. It uses a fallen dead tree as natural support, with the entire structure built 2.5 meters underground. Not only is it structurally sound, but the interior is spacious enough for one person to live in, and the exterior blends perfectly with the surroundings, making it nearly impossible to spot even if someone walks right by. While wandering through the woods today, Lal stumbled upon a fallen dead tree. Looking at the thick, sturdy trunk, he got the idea to build a shelter here. No sooner said than done. Lal immediately pulled out his tools and got to work, first removing the excess deadwood nearby to clear a wide, flat area. Then he took out his shovel and tarp from his backpack and began planning the footprint of the shelter. To preserve the surrounding natural environment as much as possible, he carefully wrapped the excavated soil in the tarp and hauled it all to the side for disposal. Thanks to the relatively soft soil here, digging was quite manageable, allowing the overall progress to move quickly. As he dug deeper and deeper, a small mound of earth gradually piled up beside him. This type of underground shelter not only uses the soil layer for excellent insulation, but also hides perfectly with the help of surrounding vegetation and terrain, ideal for wilderness living. To make the living space more spacious and comfortable, Lal continued extending toward the base of the tree trunk. Next, he came to ground level and dug a hole beneath the tree roots, connecting it to the shelter interior to serve as the daily entrance passage. The reason for placing the entrance on the side, rather than the top, is not only to reduce upward heat loss, but also to use the dense tree roots as cover, making the entrance even more concealed. After testing that entry and exit worked smoothly, Lal began carefully planning the interior space. He first reserved a spot for a bed along one wall, then headed into the nearby woods to find a thick tree trunk. He chopped off the messy branches on the surface, then sawed 2 logs of equal length from it, planning to assemble a ladder. This way, going up and down would be much more convenient. With the wooden ladder complete, the temporary steps used for access can now be removed. After clearing the dirt from inside, he turned to mark guidelines on the walls. Carving out the hearth space, the key to fighting nighttime cold and ensuring warmth. Next, he marked the smoke vent location, dug a pit in the ground, and connected it to the hearth interior to ensure smoke flows out smoothly. Then he sawed uniform wooden sections, arranging them tightly on the bed frame to form a solid wood platform that effectively blocks ground moisture and cold. The 2-meter length perfectly matches his height. After a brief rest, he set out again, searching the forest until he found a thick log and cut it into evenly sized pieces. Laid across the floor, these boards insulate against dampness, while making the interior look much tidier. To add practical furniture to the empty room, Lal assembled a small tabletop from wooden segments. Mounted on the wall at one end of the bed in a foldable design, it takes up no space at all. With the interior furnishings in place, it was time to seal the roof. He first laid 3 thick logs horizontally as load-bearing beams, then brought more uniform poles. Placing them across the frame and securing them with rope, he completed the initial roof covering. Next, Lal positioned several wooden pieces around the entrance to form a door frame. Then he assembled a door panel from wooden segments and mounted it on the frame, allowing it to swing open and closed. To seal the gaps between the logs, he set out again to collect fresh moss from nearby. This natural material is not only abundant but also provides excellent insulation and waterproofing, perfect for filling roof gaps. Then he spread sand over the moss, raising the roof slightly above the surrounding ground to prevent rainwater from flowing inside. Finally, he laid a layer of dry leaves, making the entire hut blend seamlessly with its surroundings. With everything in place, Lal returned inside with his backpack and officially moved into his handmade home. He first stuffed dry kindling into the hearth and successfully lit the fireplace. Smoke drifted slowly through the vent towards the forest with no backflow whatsoever. Then he pulled ingredients from his backpack and began preparing tonight's dinner. First, he wrapped the pre-marinated beef in foil and placed it in the fireplace to roast. While waiting, he chopped the vegetables. Before long, rich meat aromas filled the entire hut. After his meal, Lal pulled a soft blanket from his backpack and spread it on the wooden bed platform. His first night in this little home officially began.